Welcome to the City Current Show, powered by Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services.
This show focuses on sharing good news and powering the good in our community. Now here's your host, City Current CEO, Jeremy Park.
Welcome back to the City Current Show, powered by Higginbotham. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're always honored to bring you inspiring stories of individuals and organizations making a difference and powering the good. And we always love highlighting West Cancer Foundation. We're honored to have their president with us, Leighanne Soden. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Jeremy. Thank you so much for having me on. I love talking about the great work we're doing.
Well, you all are doing tremendous good, and we have a lot of good news to share and celebrate, including the Sweet Wig Beauty Boutique, which we'll talk all about later on. But let's start with a little bit of history and context. So take us back to 2020. Talk about the launch of West Cancer Foundation.
Sure. We were formed in January of 2020, and a group of business leaders, civic and community leaders, faith-based leaders came to us and said, we need to start a foundation for the entire community where all patients, all providers are open to all of our programs that we have. So we started out slowly and small with $25,000 in the bank, and now we have grown to, we have 10 employees now, and we have new office space, and we're growing every day. Very, very exciting.
That's awesome. And so talk about some of the different things you all do, because you do a lot, including transportation, and you have some news to celebrate. So give us a little bit of an a la carte menu for all the different programs.
Sure. Transportation is our largest and fastest growing program right now. Everyone knows in healthcare that that's the number one barrier to healthcare is transportation, having safe, reliable transportation. When it comes to oncology patients who are receiving treatments weekly or radiation every day for a number of weeks, they cannot miss an appointment. Research shows that it definitely affects a patient's outcome if they miss even one single radiation appointment or infusion appointment. So our goal is to make sure that everyone has safe, reliable transportation to their provider, their facility, and they don't have to worry about, do I have enough gas or is my car going to start this morning? So we're very proud of that. We just in the month of May, we have helped already over 600 patients. And we found a really great statistic that we love to talk about, which is since we began the program in late 2021, we started very, very slowly. Since that date to now, we have provided over 100,000 miles of free transportation for patients. And I love that because that's 4 times around the earth. So we're very proud that we're able to do that and help that many people.
Absolutely. Talk about how that works, because, from a scheduling standpoint, volunteer standpoint, dive in a little deeper.
Sure. We use a platform called Ride Help, and the patients contact us, or their referral system contacts us and gives us the information. And then we set up the rides through the platform for the patient and make it as easy and simple as possible. As you would understand, a lot of our patients are underserved and are not quite as savvy with the computers and the smartphones. So, we do a lot of hand holding, but it's definitely worth it. And people are getting more and more sophisticated, daily, even like my mother, she can use a smartphone. So that's something that is so important. And we provide transportation not only to treatments, but if it's any oncology related appointment at all, we will provide that transportation for that patient to get to a screening, to get to just an appointment, a checkup after. We'll take care of them.
When you look at then how that carries over into some of the other programs, when you look at all these different touch points to make sure that people are taken care of, that also applies to wigs and making sure that they look and feel good and have confidence, right? And so talk about the news with the Sweet Wig Beauty Boutique.
Yes, we're so proud of our Sweet Wig Beauty Boutique. Some people think it's such a small thing to provide a wig for someone, but it's not, especially women. You can ask Meredith, she'll tell you, our hair is our crown and we're very sensitive about our hair. But there are people who can't even afford an inexpensive wig. They're sitting there at the table at night going, okay, do I put gas in my car or do I buy a wig? Or do I feed my kids or do I buy a wig? No woman should ever have to make that decision. So we are making sure that everyone knows about the wig. We have about 400 in inventory. We have a dedicated space. We turned it into a sort of a spa-like space with spa music playing, and we have a waterfall and very nice private place where women can come in, try on as many wigs as they'd like. And we'll help them if they need help. We have a staff member dedicated to that. And it's been a real big hit. And some of the most incredible testimonials that we have received are about the Wig Boutique and what a wonderful experience it was for them to come to our office and be in a private space and feel very comfortable.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, just like you're talking about, it's a confidence builder. It's a, self-esteem. And so when you look at the inspiring opportunity to come in and feel whole again when you're going through a difficult battle, like that's a very personal way to step into someone's life and help. And I think, in many cases, something simple makes such a profound impact, right? And so talk about the partnership with Gould's and how all this has really come about.
Absolutely. Gould's has been such a good friend to us for years. They have their academy, their training academy, and any wig that we receive, whether it's gently worn or brand new, we take it to them and they clean and style all the wigs for us. And that's been a wonderful thing. They've done pro bono for many years for us, and we're really happy with that relationship.
Talk about then how that works in terms of, you said, scheduling a private appointment. So walk us through some of the basics on that side.
Patients can go online and fill out a form that comes directly to us, and then we will follow up and schedule the patient. People can also call us, and we can help them get it set up via phone if they are not comfortable using the internet to do that. And it's a pretty simple process. We try to make it as painless as possible for the ladies to come in, and we encourage them, bring a friend, bring your sister, bring somebody with you if you'd like, and we'll offer them coffee, tea, water, and just make them feel like they're very special that day coming in to get a new wig and make them feel more whole.
Absolutely. I love it. Carry that into some of the other products, garments, things that you provide and donate to individuals.
Sure. We have lymphedema assistance program, and that provides free garments, compression garments, gloves, sleeves, bandages for patients who are suffering from lymphedema, which is a horrible, disfiguring, painful side effect of a lot of cancers. And if you don't have, they're expensive to begin with. And if your insurance doesn't cover it or you're uninsured, then, what do you do? And same thing with our mastectomy program, post-mastectomy. We provide women with undergarments, prosthesis, things that they would need to make them feel certainly whole again after they've had that procedure. And those programs are very unique. We don't know of any organized business or nonprofit or hospital that provides that for patients free of charge. And of course, we provide for all providers. So it's a very popular program that's been around for quite a while. Our breast screening program is one that we're really beefing up. We're learning so much that during COVID, which unfortunately is still affecting us, a lot of people, not just women in breast, but didn't get their regular screenings. So now with breast cancer, we're seeing more incidents because women didn't go for 1 or 2 or 3 years. So we are really working out in the community. We have a dedicated staff member. That's all she does, is she's out in the community every day, meeting with referral sources, meeting at community centers, churches, to make sure that everybody that needs a breast screening, a free breast screening, they know that they can come to us and we'll provide it. We'll also provide the transportation for them to get to their screening if they need it. That's something that we're working hard to grow because it's so needed in this community. Unfortunately, Memphis still has one of the highest mortality rates with breast cancer and women of color, and we can't stand that. So we're going to try and do something about it through education and early detection. Another exciting program that we'll launch later this summer is a mental health counseling program for cancer patients and or their caregivers. We're learning more and more that is also affects outcomes. If you're depressed, obviously, if you need someone to talk with, and especially caregivers. I saw my mother firsthand go through this with my dad, and it is so mentally and physically exhausting. And the feelings you can imagine when you know your loved one probably isn't going to make it. you need to talk with someone. So we're going to provide that free service as well. Looking forward to launching that. And then a prostate screening program we're going to launch in October.
When you look at how far you've come and yet all the needs in the community that you're addressing, it's impressive how you're taking a holistic approach on this. For those organizations that say, hey, I would love to have your team member come out and talk to our team about the breast screenings, education, awareness, walk us through how they can reach out and coordinate those opportunities.
Absolutely. They can contact our Director of Community Engagement, Cynthia Bowers, and she will be happy to help anyone. And you can find her on our website. And her email is pretty simple, cbowers@westcancerfoundation.org.
So talk about then research. That's a big piece of this. When you look at, and this will kind of carry us over into the events and fundraising side, especially too, but talk about the research and that side of really pushing on new protocols and treatments and really trying to advance the fight against cancer.
Yes, we are giving grants. It's fun to give money away, honestly, when it's something that fits so closely with our mission and research is going to advance a certain type of procedure or protocol or drug. That's very exciting to us. So if it relates to our mission, someone can submit an application. We have 2 exciting applications out now that I hope I'll be able to tell you more about later. We work very close with the University of Tennessee Health Science Center. We fund their fellows. We've funded some research. We're working with the School of Nursing. We also work closely with the University of Memphis with their School of Public Health. They've been really good to us, a great resource to help us understand and study more about the disparities and how it relates to the work we do, and also to help us with our metrics and be able to show, really, did we make an impact? Because we do the great programs, and I can give you numbers, and they're very impressive. But at the end of the day, our stakeholders want to know what is the impact. So we're working on that right now to be able to determine that and share that with people and let them know that your dollars are making a big difference. So that's something exciting we work with both universities on.
Yeah, and I think, when you look at on one side over here, helping those who are battling cancer, and then on the other, funding the research and the development and protocols to fight cancer, like you get to see it on both sides, the future and then the present, and be able to really pour in and make a difference. And so let's talk about the ways the community can support your efforts. You have upcoming events, obviously financial contributions, volunteer opportunities, especially with the transportation. So go ahead and dive into how the community can help your efforts.
Sure. Our chairman of the board is Joel Kimbrough this year, and he always likes to say that we are an organization that provides programs and needs for patients in our community. In order to do that, we have to raise money. So we're forefront, we're providing the services, but again, that costs. So we do a lot of fundraising. Our signature fundraising event for the last 12 years has been West Fight On. It's Saturday, September the 7th at Shelby Farms. We're turning it into more of a festival atmosphere this year. Lots of activities in the kids zone and some really fun food and entertainment. It's going to be really great this year. You can cycle 20, 40, or 60 miles. You can run a 5K, or you can walk a 1 mile. And if you want to just come out and celebrate our survivors and their caregivers, you can buy a ticket to Celebration Village, and that gets you in and access to the food and all the entertainment. So it's going to be a really great year this year.
Carry that into then some other dates, especially as you look, finishing out 2024, some dates that we need to put on the calendar for 2025, because you do a lot of impressive things in the community. So you don't have to give us specific dates, but give us some general timeframes we need to make sure we have on the calendar.
Sure. The Ride to Rosemary team, these guys are gaining, everybody knows them. And people tell us, our staff a lot, oh, I saw Ride to Rosemary out training this weekend. They are an incredible group of dedicated men. This year, they have 72 signed up, which is actually the limit. They would have more if they could, but in their route going down to Rosemary Beach, they go through a lot of small towns that don't always have the hotel capacity that they need. So they do cap it off for safety reasons as well. But these men they're so dedicated to what they do, and they raise a lot of money. That since the inception, they have raised way over $2 million. To support our programs. They specifically want it to support the patient outreach programs. But that is in October. They will head out in October. I think it's the second Saturday, but I'll clarify that for you. From West Cancer Center parking lot, and head down to Rosemary. And it is a very touching and moving to see these men, and all their families are there with them and their children, and bye daddy, have fun, be careful. And then to know what they're going through to raise money. So it's incredible. And along with that, no offense, Jeremy, but women, we get things done. You know this. So we had a group of ladies. Several of them are wives of some of the Rosemary guys, and they said, if they can do it, we can probably do it better. So they started off small 2 years ago, and it's the She2C team, and they do the same that the Ride Rosemary guys do. They get sponsorships and they raise money through peer-to-peer fundraising, and they head out in March around spring break time. So that's another exciting, really touching. I asked them, I said, why do y'all do this? And what do you do when you're so tired at the end of the day? They ride 100 miles a day. What do you do? What motivates you? And they said, what motivates me is knowing that what I'm trying to do, get up this hill, is nothing compared to what cancer patients go through when they're fighting for their life. And they said that motivates all of them to do more.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I agree. Women do it better. No question. You can ask Meredith.
I will.
She'll agree.
She will.
She will fully vouch for that. We'll wrap up with contact information. So website, social media, where do we go to learn more and get plugged in with West Cancer Foundation?
westcancerfoundation.org. O-R-G. That is our main website. You can find all the information about us, our programs, our events, our patient testimonials, newsletters. It's all there. I encourage everyone to please go online and subscribe to our newsletter, which goes out monthly and has a lot of great information in it. We love to go out and speak to groups, and not only about our fundraising, but more importantly about our programs. And Cynthia, she's an incredible speaker, so she's out all the time speaking, and we'd love to add more opportunities to her plate.
Well, Leighanne, thank you for all you and your amazing team do to power the good. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. You've been so good to us at West Cancer Foundation. We greatly appreciate you.
Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services is proud to power the City Current Show. We're a people-first company that protects what matters most, the families, businesses, and trailblazers that keep our community going. As one of the nation's top independent insurance firms, Higginbotham is a single-source solution for business insurance, employee benefits, HR services, and personal insurance that's customized for you. We're here to serve you, the people you care about, and your community. Call 866-377-1959 or visit higginbotham.com.